Okay, guys, since we had a little bit of a debacle with the first go around of trying to use KRONOS as a scheduling tool, it is still a little broken, but I think we can work through some of the bugs. I think some people were unsure of how to schedule themselves and may have scheduled themselves on the fourth floor and the fifth floor at the same time, which took scheduling away from other people and so on and so forth. So here I have a screenshot of the Holy Cross Help page. This is how you would access it from your home. So what we would do is go over here with the For Staff tab and click on it. And then over here on the left hand side, you want to go down to KRONOS and you click on it. And then here it says to click here to access KRONOS. So we'll click on access KRONOS. I have my name and password saved in my KRONOS on my personal laptop, but you guys may not. So this is your Cerner login and password, just like at work. Then you hit the little arrow button for enter. My KRONOS home screen is going to look a little different than yours just because I have scheduling ability and time changing ability and everybody else does not. So this is kind of how it opens up for the most part. If you do get any of those little warnings that pop up, just say yes, it's accessing parts of your computer. It may ask you to install Java. You do have to install Java to use this program. So you probably don't have these couple other links over here, but all you really need to do is the My Information tab right here is to open it up and to go to scheduling. And this is what you should see on your scheduling tab. I actually took my schedule out so that I could re-input it to show everybody what it's supposed to look like. Because I am a charge nurse status, my job code, this thing right here, says Holy Cross Germantown Services. This is our account number, and it's acute care 4 charge nurse. Yours should say acute care 4 RN or acute care 5 RN. Either one of the two. If you see when I toggle back and forth between the two floors, it shows you what shifts are open. These little check boxes right here is how you select your shifts. And then over here in the corner, it shows you 7 a.m. to 7:30 p.m., which is day shift, 7 o'clock p.m. to 7:30 a.m., which is night shift. The weeks are separated by the blue Saturday and Sunday tabs. So everybody should have 3 shifts between Sunday to Saturday if you're full-time. If you're part-time, you should have 2 shifts between Sunday to Saturday. And then the PRN people, Sharon should have went over with you what your requirements are for PRN, but I'm hoping you guys pick up a little extra to help us fill out our schedule. So that's part of the problem we had too. I don't think people realized that the blue marks were the cutoffs when they were looking at these check boxes, and some people had 4 and 5 shifts checked, and some people checked days and nights, and it's a bit confusing when you don't click the correct boxes. So again, this job code is very important as well, because if you click on the 4th floor, it's only going to show you the 4th floor. So this is the 4th floor, and this is the shifts that are available for me on day shift on the 4th floor. Pretty much every day is available. But if I click over to the 5th floor, it has a bunch of boxes that are missing. See, I can't choose those shifts. That means 2 nurses have already signed up to be on the 4th floor. Now, if I check this box right here to say I want to work on the 5th floor, and I click over to the 4th floor, that box doesn't say checked on the 4th floor. So I can again check it on the 4th floor, which now means I'm scheduling myself to work on the 4th and the 5th floor from 7 to 7:30, which means as the computer sees it, it's 2 nurses that are going to be there, because all it does is count the check marks at the end of the day. So right now, if I open it up, I have a check mark on the same day for the 4th and the 5th floor. We can't do that. That's why in my expectation sheet, I explained to everybody, I wanted to make it easy. If you were going to sign up for just the 4th floor, you need to keep this screen open the whole time and only sign up for the 4th floor, all the way across to the 28th. And this little slider bar is how you go to the 28th. See, I think some people forgot that there are extra days over here, because when you look at it, it stops at the 23rd. And I think some people didn't go all the way over to the 28th because this whole week is missing on half of everybody's schedule. So that was part of the problem as well. So if you're on the 4th floor, you need to stay on the 4th floor. It just makes it easier. I just want to make sure this program works. So when you toggle back and forth between the 4th and 5th floor, this little check, you got to save it. If you don't save it, the check disappears. But see how that little X pops up there? It means I'm scheduling myself on the 4th floor. If I go to the 5th floor, it doesn't show up there anymore. So people were still checking themselves on there and saving it, and now it's adding themselves to 2 shifts on the same day. So that's saying that I have a 4th floor shift and a 5th floor shift. That was a big deal. It was taking a bunch of the shifts away, so we can't have that. So it has to be edited. So you got to take your little X's off and save it. And take your little check marks off and save it. Now back on the 4th floor, and then I save it. Now it's showing up here that I have no shifts assigned to myself right now. This, I'm using the Acute 4 RN tab just to show you what it's supposed to look like. So now if I go back to the charge nurse for Acute Care 4, Kevin's already put his schedule in. So all I really have to do is see what's left. So Kevin's the full-time day shift. I'm the other full-time day shift charge. So I can just choose the days that I would like to work that are left over. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. This isn't 100% correct. I'm just using this as an example just to show people what it should look like. So go back to here. From Sunday to Saturday, I picked 3 days in a row. And then this is the start of the new week. I picked 3 days in a row. Okay, and now we're starting another week right here on a Sunday. So out of these, this is what's left. You see the boxes are missing. So between this, I have to pick. So I'm going to pick this and I'm going to put in my weekend shift. There it is, my Saturday. And then I have this left over here, and I got to do another weekend shift maybe, but I'm going to pick these 3 days right here. All right, so now what I need to do is to go up here and hit the save button. Once you hit the save button, it populates your schedule up here in the My Schedule tab. And before you're all said and done, you need to mark it as complete. So now, once you mark it as complete, as the scheduler, it shows up on the other side for me so that I can see who is signed up and who hasn't signed up. So that is how you need to do it. You got to hit the save button, and then you can mark it as complete. Make sure you keep an eye on the job code. Stay on the 4th floor if you're going to work on the 4th floor, or stay on the 5th floor if you're going to work on the 5th floor. Don't go back and forth. It gets confusing. Let's get a couple schedules under our belt so that we understand how to use this process. There should only be one job code right here on the My Schedule tab. If you have 2, you signed up for both the 4th and the 5th floor on the same day. So let's refresh that and make sure that these are all right. Go back in and recheck your schedules. I opened it back up, re-input your schedules, and fix the things that need to be fixed. I appreciate everybody's time. Thank you so much.